Good morning. Good morning. Welcome into Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank, or this afternoon or this evening, wherever you happen to be in this world. Coming to you from YouTube. Guys, welcome back into the channel. Welcome back into the excitement, the fun, the laughter, the hilarity that is Crypto Info with the tanker. Today's episode, we are covering the quiet wedge that is getting ready to be a massive breakout for XRP and the rest of the market. Let's strap in, guys. Let's get into my notes here and our episode. We're sitting on what feels like the coiling of the next major move for XRP. And good morning. Welcome in. Mons Sager, totally awesome. Welcome in this morning. It is morning time in Colorado. Yes, it is. It is 7 o'clock. Mons Sager, welcome in, and welcome in to the rest of the gang. Totally awesome. Welcome in. Totally awesome with a D. Don't F that up. All right? I'm my boy. Get that handle name right. Guys, we are heading for some explosive action for the crypto market and for XRP. I think it's pretty obvious. Got a lot of fun in the headlines, as always. We know that's the case. As always. We always need to see that. Now, don't we? If you're watching the chart, guys, we're at about $2, and let's go ahead and check our price right quick, ski. Hold on. Let's check our price this morning and be as accurate as we can be on XRP. Okay, XRP on the 1 day. We are, oh boy. All right, well, we're at $2.45. Let's back her up just a hair before we start getting nervous. See, drop down nice and low here on the 10th. And if we back her up just a little bit further, we did a nice little tank show here. Starting really right about here, actually. Somewhere around 9/18, somewhere around kind of like the middle of September. Because if we pull back on the, see how we keep pulling back, further iterations, we get back on the 1 year, we see before we pumped here in 2024 from 50 cents, a little bit below 50 cents, right around 50 cents, I'm sorry, somewhere around 50. Anyway, that's where the tanker, full transparency, bought the majority of his XRP. And at 47 cents. And no, I am not bragging because that's nothing really to brag about, I don't think. There are quite a few who got it at 17 cents or so. Bless your souls, these folks who got XRP. Cheers to you. The ones who got XRP, let's just say below where I got it. My hats are off to you. All my hats that I wear are all tipping to you. Nice work, and I really mean that, because then we have this jump here, as you well know, the Trump pump, and then here we go, cranking up. Oh, boy, we're going for it. No, we're not. Yes, we are. No, we're not. Yes, we are. No, we're not. See? See how they do? See, I love running through the chart and laying out what the sentiment was for the public at that time. Oh, my God, holy crap, I was totally wrong about XRP and these cryptos. Oh, my gosh. Other half of the world, oh my, other people who bought it. Oh my gosh, I knew this was going to happen sooner or later. Yay. Oh no, what's happening? Oh, see, I told you that stuff was garbage. Oh no, wait a minute, it's going back up. Oh no. See, and then this valley of fear here, the valley of fear here, because if you go here to 120, 2025, look at this box here, this white box that's pulling up, right? Giving you a date, 7/2025. So that's to July. So that's from January to July 2025. We had see, you thought that was a big old thing, that Trump pump. Yeah, it's nothing. See, trade sideways. This is ever the game. And then it cranks up again in July. Just kidding. Actually, it is something. But they're all just healthy retraces, right? They're higher highs and higher lows. And that's what we've been doing across this whole thing. And look at the trading sideways again. See, this stuff's nothing. And by the way, not only is it nothing, but watch this big crash, see? Don't you get it? Do you see it by now? Wait, we'll go back to the all chart and see if you get it. This is just XRP's chart. Lasso them up, Valley of Fear. We're going to run with the rest of you because we know it must be something during this bull run. Okay. trade sideways, go back up again. You know, same old thing over and over and over again. When you've been watching this for a little while, you're like, wait, they just keep doing the same things over and over again. This isn't hard to see after a while. All you got to do is play these longer term cycles, Tommy, and just keep your patience. I'm agreeing with you, Tommy. I know, Anthony. I'm agreeing with you. You see what I mean? This is what's going on is during, okay, so here's the value. Oh, no. Oh, you better stay away from crypto. See? Better stay away from crypto. Be careful now. Look at this. Oh, look at all that. Valley of fear. Oh, and we're back in it again, right? After the emotions were played with, right? Not, but yes, not for me, for the world, for the sentiment. This plays with the emotions. Look at this. See, we're going up. And then all of a sudden, nah, actually, we look like we're in a trend that's going down. Yeah, we're holding key support levels. Yeah, I know. But look at this. Oh, no, now we're really. Yeah, but really? Look at where we are. Look at our last level. It's because we stepped out and we swam into the abyss and found the next island out here through this nothingness here. Found our next height, our next island up here. We still are riding right here and still hanging where this prior highest island was before we went up to this island, traded sideways, kind of swam through the waters until we reached the next island. Do you get it? I know you do. When you back off on the charts, it's easy to see Valley of Fear. Oh, everybody get out of crypto. Oh, my gosh, right? We bought during that time, right? Never financial advice, not a financial advisor. You know that. Said it enough times for Christmas sakes. Imagine if anybody ever tries to come back on the tank. The whole world is going to go, that guy, all he ever said to the point of being so annoying was that he actually wasn't a financial advisor. So, like, if you couldn't see that, any judge in the world was like, yeah, get out of my face. Anyway, we've got to protect ourselves here on the channel. Not a financial advisor. You must consult your registered investment advisor, right? Yeah. You better check out Caleb and Brown now, child. Now, look at Caleb and Brown. I have somebody on the channel was asking me. I also have other people that are asking me about Caleb and Brown and what is going on, and can I contact them? And yes, you can simply AI and their telephone number and get their 24-hour telephone number, and you can give them a call and you can tell them the tanker sent you, and that's crucial. Please tell them that you found out about them on Frank the Crypto Tank, because we get credit for it. So please give me my credit if you don't mind, very kindly. Anyway, I deserve it. So 1-to-1 backing, and also Fireblocks institutional grade custody, where they do not commingle funds and they protect funds with institutional grade custody. They're open 24/7. You can email them. You can set your limit orders. You can do whatever you wish with this brokerage service, which is different from a crypto exchange like a Kraken or a Femex or people like to say Femex, Coinbase and Uphold, whatever. These are exchanges, guys. They operate differently if you can understand the language I'm speaking. They do not source liquidity the same way as the exchange. Caleb and Brown, as a brokerage, does not source liquidity the same way that an exchange does. Please get this. Please understand this. It is completely different. It is why these exchanges, I am saying, this is my opinion now. This part's my opinion. The other part is a fact. This part's my opinion. This next little piece is that this is why they're crashing. When the exchanges get active and volatile, whether they crank up or crank down, you got a whole ton of people trying to get on them and they just can't make it happen now, can they? Is it a server issue? I don't know. Simon, what is it? And, Brian and all these folks over at Coinbase and, all you dudes, like, very kindly and nicely, right? We're a kind, professional channel. We're also very intelligent and we don't F around and we're very truthful. So you're not going to mess with us. Be honest. We see through the mist. We're not your regular characters here on this channel, Brian Armstrong and the others. You tell us the truth about your platforms. Why they be crashing every time it get all active and such? Oh, Tank's pinning you down now, child, because I don't play no games. Why would I? It's our money. But we've agreed, don't forget, we have signed and we have said, oh, sure, you operate as an exchange, no problem. Oh, so yeah, okay, gotcha. Right. So you're only going to give me 50,000 of my money a day when the shit cranks up? The stuff cranks to the moon? Like it goes cranking that day and you're only going to give me 50,000 of my winnings that day? Per day for a withdrawal uphold? Oh, gotcha. Oh, okay. Am I okay with that? I mean, are you okay with that? I mean, I am. I play with Uphold for some of my crypto, right? You want to split it up. That was really weird. Sorry. Why did I say that like that? Because I'm getting ready for a rant, a little rant. I think you thought I've been on a rant? You ain't seen no rants. Because the tank gets activated. When I see my brothers and sisters getting messed with. I don't like that. Am I responsible for protecting my brothers and sisters? Not really. Do I like to play the role anyway? Yeah, I like to play the role. I like to help, even if it's not asked for. Because it's probably not, but it's kind of annoying. I don't like the injustice. I see the injustice and I don't like it. Or is it an injustice? See, it's not an injustice because the rules have been set. We have all agreed when we jumped on, because I'm on all these platforms too. And am I saying don't use it? Of course not. I use Uphold. I love it. I do. I love the platform. I'm being genuine right now. I'm not turning tail and being wimp. I don't like that that's the way it's set up, but I did agree to it. Is it cool that I can only get 50,000 of my winnings when crypto cranks up that day on the Uphold exchange? No. Huge no. It's not cool. Anybody who says it's cool, you're full of crap. Why would you say that's cool? You put your money on that exchange, right, on that platform, holding it there. So as the digital assets go up in price, thereby your portfolio sitting there with your assets, your holdings on the old Uphold, they go up too, yet you can only grab 50,000 of it per day, and you've agreed to it, and so have I. But I'm not going to say that's cool. That ain't freaking cool. How is that cool? What kind of world are you living in? See what I mean? I hope you do. Coinbase, you're getting 100K, you're getting 250K, I do believe, if you have a pro account. You could be 500K, but I'm pretty sure it's 250, which is good. Caleb, if I clear it with my bank, I'm pulling off $1 million a day. I'm pulling off $1.5 million a day. Yeah. Sourced by them in-house. My highest price, and if cannot be found, 14 liquidity providers are sourced by Caleb and Brown, giving you the highest price for your cash out on your crypto at that time, your XRP or whatever you're doing. All right. You get it? Do you get it? I spent all that time on Caleb. I hope for good reason. Because that is going to save a lot of people's butts from being simply a millionaire on paper this next bull run versus actually cashing out some meaningful gains. No, I'm not a financial advisor. That was my opinion. That's my opinion. I think some people are going to fail miserably this bull run, and I don't want to see it, but I think it's true. I've already seen people playing with leverage and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Now look at getting impatient, right? That's what happens. Sometimes the best thing to do is sit on your hands. Now, we got almost $300,000 trading in the past minute, XRP. Guys, saying it again. Sometimes, how about almost all the time? How about 99% of the time when it comes to, how about I stop yelling? Getting a little excited because I get annoyed. People can't see the truth of things. The truth and the obviousness of the truth is that I buy and hold long term, and 99% of the time I'm sitting on my hands instead of touching this. Leave this alone. Get your hands off the mouse. Get your hands off the mouse. I'm ordering you. If you have any sense, get your hands off the mouse. 99% of the time, if you're a wise investor and you play this the right way, the smart way, my opinion, over the long haul, I'm not a financial advisor. If you do it over the long haul and you are patient and sit on your hands and understand that no action is better than some action, literally probably 99% of the time when it comes to investing, and you pull the trigger at the proper times, oh boy, can you crush it as an investor and have the institutions looking at you going, How the heck that little character act like us? Well, because all he's doing is copying you. He's acting the way you do. That's the way all you should be doing it, in my opinion. Right? Because if we act as institutions, then we win as well. Put your pennies next to the dollars, as Brad Kimes says. Shout out to Brad Kimes. He is correct on that. Boy, is he ever over the target on that one. You put your pennies next to the dollars. It's all relative. They've got billions of dollars to drop down. We have but some thousands, hopefully. Some folks have some hundreds, and some folks have some tens of tens. Who cares? It doesn't matter what level you play at. Everybody is loved. Everybody is welcome to the table of life and the market. And by the way, you are so welcome because you largely are their fodder. You largely, I don't want to sound negative with that. I am being truthful. Largely retail ends up being the institution's playthings that they whip around and grab you on the lunch in the lunch yard and dump you upside down and shake all the change out of your pocket like a big bully. All right. Now, all bullies have their day. This is fine. The underdogs have their day as well sometimes. Well, all the time, eventually, right? And here we are at the precipice. We are at the precipice of an explosion in the cryptocurrency space. The big picture. Back to notes after the rant. Number one. Over the past months, we've seen XRP trading inside sweeping wedge and triangle-like formations over and over again, and many analysts call it a falling wedge on the daily chart, and I do too, or a long-term descending wedge acting as resistance, and we're coiling more and more because the idea is that price is coiling. The more we pull back, the more we're coiling here. Volatility shrinking, the range narrows, and then next major move could be explosive. I think it will be explosive. Some warn that wedge and triangle patterns can break down in volume, or macro shocks hit, which we've seen, which we know can happen. Who cares? In short, the tension is high, and when approaching the apex where structure forces a decision, here we are. By the way, we're coming up upon it now. Ascending wedge. An ascending wedge is usually a bearish pattern, higher highs and higher lows inside a tightening rising channel that often breaks down. A falling wedge is the opposite, okay? Lower highs and lower lows that converge and usually break upward. We are looking at, well, we'll get into it. So if you say ascending wedge, in quotes loosely, to mean squeezing upward, fine. Okay, but technically it looks more like a falling or contracting wedge. And what matters, and we've all seen it, and we've seen everybody covering it, and we know what the falling or we know what the contracting wedge looks like. What matters is how steep the lower boundary is, or whether volume confirms the move, right? And that lower, the steepness of that lower volume, that line. Structure over the week or month. Across the past 7 days, the 13.7% drop or so shows sellers testing support. Okay. On the monthly scale, the price has been squeezed between lower highs and lower lows for weeks. Each rally meets resistance. Each dip finds buyers. The range is tightening, however. So map out, let's map it out. Here, let's look at it. My notes are telling me to map out, so I'll hop on here right quick, skis, and we shall grab XRP on about, let's grab a 7-day. We can see what's happening here with where this line runs across here and where we come down here. We can see it clearly enough. Okay, I did share the screen, making sure I'm sharing my screen, making sure I'm back in action here. Daily candles keep oscillating, guys, near the upper boundary, and that pressure simply keeps building here. Declining volume during compression is normal, however, of course. A spike on breakout is what's going to confirm it, and we're waiting to see if that happens. Breakout into price discovery and how this scenario could play out, guys. Upside down, or upside scenario, I'm sorry, the upside could be, the trigger would be XRP closes above the upper trend line on strong volume. Retests will be price pulls back to that line and holds it as support, and impulse leg acceleration follows. Target the height of the wedge added to the break. And concerning price discovery, once old resistance is cleared, of course, there's no ceiling, and we're into all-time highs in price discovery. And our targets, analysts see $3 to $3.40, even $3.75 to $4 as a midterm if momentum holds. So I like those chances as well. I think we're somewhere around the high $3s to $5 range coming up shortly here. Guys, welcome into Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank. Today we are covering the setup that we're looking at with XRP and how we are very likely are going to shoot to the moon coming up over these next couple of months with XRP ETFs being approved and so forth. And us not out of the bull market, of course. Let's look at risks and technical markers here, guys. Let's watch for these signals to validate a true breakout for us, a clear volume spike above the compression average that we covered earlier, a daily close above resistance, not just a wick, a successful retest that holds, RSI, Relative Strength Index, and MACD, and on balance volume turning up together. Former resistance acting as new support, obviously, and defined stops near the lower trend line in case of failure, in case we break down. So stay aware of macro events, rate moves, ETFs, of course, coming up here in the fall, very likely being approved for XRP and some others, accelerating this whole thing, and regulatory news. This can all override charts, and this is the big talk is, what's making it happen? Is it the charts, or is it it's the people that are trading the charts based on how they perceive the world, whether it's headlines or not, or whether they come too early or too late, or what they see in the real world, or what their Aunt Sally told them, or whatever. The human behavior that's literally trading the charts on the phi ratio, right? The 1.618 golden mean. Phi ratio, Da Vinci's phi ratio, Vitruvian man, yeah, blah, 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 that whole thing. Yeah, well, that's how humans behave, right? Right. So that being said, that's how the markets are going to trade, because that's how humans behave. So all you really need to do is actually look at the charts and look at the market, and it will tell you everything. And everything else is simply noise. And the noise is fun, though, so some people like to play the game. But the masters and the experts know that the charts tell you the tale, and they tell you exactly what is happening, and all that matters is price. Price, price, price. I sound like a buddy of mine. This guy, Vin, I know, who's an absolute master, who has always ever told me that, and he has never stopped telling me that, even just the other day. And he is absolutely over the target, in my opinion, because he is a genuine master of masters and knows what he's talking about. All that matters is the charts, price, 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 which is why and I'm okay at it now, I'm getting better. I'm nothing compared to these people, but becoming a decent chart reader is going to help us quite a bit. Please let's not ignore fundamentals. They're always going to matter, because then people are going to trade the charts based on the fundamentals and sentiment. Oh my God, don't make me do a flip out. All right, guys. Let me give you, I guess I'm done. I don't know. I want to give you a whole bunch more insights here, but I feel I'm boring with this, even though this is so crucial, the charts. I feel I bore. Let's not bore anymore, and let's go to the share screen and see what we can glean. It's rhyme time, folks. Get out of here, mosquito. See a mosquito flying by my head every 2 seconds. You can't see it, but I can. It's driving me nuts. All right, here's the deal on the markets. Let's get to, first of all, let's get to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is at 111,174 per Bitcoin here at 7:25 a.m. Colorado time, October 16th. Welcome back to markets. Welcome back to everything crypto, particularly XRP. You got Frank the Crypto Tank. Please don't forget to tap that like and subscribe down below. It means the world to us. Don't forget, we have our, which is obviously very crucial. Please do not forget, because I forget, our Patreon has launched, and you might want to check that out. I think our average cost there is $5 a month, which is basically a cup of coffee once for the month to get this little knucklehead in there constantly yapping stuff at you. It's kind of fun. Check it out. We do some fun things. We're shooting at targets and things with some, well, I can't talk about that kind of stuff, or the algorithm's going to flag me. But we do all the fun stuff, having a drink of something cool, after we're shooting, of course, being very safe and having fun out here on the ranch with the animals and everything. Luke and my production guy having a blast and doing some special shoots in the Patreon. Also giving up our first 2 chapters of the book that's coming out inside the Patreon, mentioning some of the extras we have in here. And also, we have some goodies in there, like what else is coming in the Patreon? Newsletter, the obvious things, what the folks do, the crypto folk do, giving you what value we can. Oh, my portfolio, laying out my portfolio and what I'm trading and when. We're also going to set up a little mock portfolio and see how that runs and put our money on the channel where our mouth is in front of everybody in full transparency. We feel that would be fun. And a nice little Patreon piece to throw in there. All right. So here we are, back to the markets here now. Enough Patreon plug-in. Here we are back to the markets, and let's look at XRP and where we're going. Well, let's first look at the leader of the pack. By the way, I heard somebody very quickly yesterday saying Ethereum first has to do this before anything is happening with an altcoin run and blah, 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 blah. How about shut your freaking yapper, because you don't know what in the world you're talking about. If anybody's been right consistently over the months, it's me. So I will not shut my yapper. I will continue to go with this in play. I swear they don't push me out to YouTube because of this, because I push out the truth, and they don't want it out there. They don't want it out like this. Man, now that's conspiracy. Now that's crazy talk right there. Come on. They're not doing that. And really, I mean it. That's just crazy talk. Come on. Relax, Frank. You'll get your turn on YouTube. You only just started a few months ago. They're going to get you out there sooner or later. They're going to push you out with the algorithm to more than 50 people sooner or later. Don't worry. We're going to get out there. Hilarious. Cracks me up. Guys, what also cracks me up is, not in a good way, is all the people who are going to lose their shirt in the way of riding their bags up and down because they're not going to get on Caleb and Brown and see what in the heck is going on. Check our link below. By the way, there's the number. It's right on the website. Don't have to AI a darn thing. It's 844-494-6515. And you make sure you tell them Frank the Tank sent you. And you say, now look it. Tell me about what's going on with you guys and how you're different. I don't know if I want to sign up just yet, but go ahead and sell me. Which means, excuse me, the sell, any good sell, means they are going to provide and give you the information and educate you on the value that their service provides for X cost. You decide if you want it. That's the real sell, which isn't a sell, quote unquote, or anything, because sell is usually, oh, it's tricky. There's nothing tricky. Call them and ask them, and you decide. You're going to love what you hear. You're going to see they're probably some of the best folk you ever did bump into over at Caleb, but I really do mean that. And my wife and I have been using them for over a year, and that's why I keep pushing, because I'm like, you guys are going to miss this. I'm trying to help you. I try to help. I simply try to help. Some people don't want the help, and that's quite okay. That's quite all right. Guys, how about we jump off, because when I start to bore myself, it's time to jump off, and nobody wants to be in the chat. We got nobody on. So I guess we're boring, and we're not getting out to anybody. I've been spitting the truth lately in the episodes, and I think the algorithm is saying, hey, push him out to like 10 people because he's a little bit too truthful. Can't have all these people busted out of the Matrix. Anyway, have a great day in the Matrix today, guys. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for coming in. Totally awesome, Monsager, everybody else. And maybe we'll get pushed out sooner or later by the algorithm to more than just 50 people. All right, sooner or later, maybe it'll take about 5 years. We ain't going nowhere. Test us, YouTube. See how long we can stay. Later.